running it back, never a cap, out of the drought, watching me bow. As soon as I snap, hit of the pack, walk for the sack, shaking them out, breaking them out.
The rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Baltimore Ravens. This will make it into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. To throw his car. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Opening minute, and already a trip to the red zone. 1st and 10 right at the 20. After the interception, here's Jackson. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson, flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Devin Duvernay with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
The score, Ravens 7, Raiders nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now Jones. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off and not the ha-ha, that was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good, yeah. Backside guys,
man,
that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
They run it with Balaj. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Carr. Skirts by him at the 35. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. It'll be a gain of 4. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Shotgun now for Carr. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Daniel Carlson on for the field goal. A 55-yard attempt.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt.
Raiders.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously the players and coaches, there's just with them a palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win and you're in. And I think every player wants that. I think every coach wants that. I haven't been in an organization yet.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
And the Las Vegas first down.
Here's Carr. Got an open man. It's Ratley. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Brings up third down.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Melange. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
The ball carriers.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. This one into the hands of the running back, Melange. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter now, and it's Las Vegas with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Melange, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They'll run here with Melange. And a short gain here down to the 22. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though, 3rd and long. Now Carr. Reception here by Ruggs. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
So they'll come away with nothing here. A disappointing result even on a day like this.
And as a kicker in the rain, you've got to slow things down a little bit. Give your holder an extra half-second to make sure everything's secure. And here, he might have rushed this one a little, and it winds up no good.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. He'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. Open man is Duvernay. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. They got his man complete. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
It's worth noting when you talk about Jackson's running ability, the Baltimore wide receivers had just over 1,400 receiving yards combined last year. And, Charles, that was the fewest yards by a wide receiver group in the NFL since 2011.
And, partner, I expect that number to go up this year. Last season, Lamar Jackson got very comfortable with his tight end group. In fact, he had one tight end that went to the Pro Bowl. But I think now, because of his ability to run the ball, it'll bring defenders closer to the line of scrimmage, and you'll see more big plays from the wide receivers downfield.
And he stopped immediately there.
AGdaBully's.
Tanner Muse there defensively.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
This time Jackson will throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Corey Littleton in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Ravens 10.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. As we know, they had the chance last week, Charles, to lock up the division. Couldn't do it. Now it all comes down to the final week of the season. But once again, they control their destiny.
And that's a good thing, but I wonder about mindset, because you mentioned they had a chance to lock it up last week, didn't. Are they bringing extra pressure to themselves now, even though they control their own destiny with a win? Now, because they didn't get it done before, will they be even tighter as they approach this game?
And right now, fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Now the return will stop right around the 25. He just joined the double-digit party with that last pick. He now has 10 on the season.
And that takes a great amount of skill, study, a tad bit of luck. But bottom line, he's had a heck of a season.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now this time he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
That's good.
The end result, 21 yards.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Jackson from the shotgun. Flushed out right. And this is going to be intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Carr. Forced out to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Carr. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's out right at the 25. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
15. First down, Raiders.
From the gun, Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that's caught inside the 35. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Again, they'll throw with Carr. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Carr to throw again. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. He'll buy some time right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Carr. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
Incomplete on the throwaway. Brings up 4th down.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half.
A 31-yard attempt.
The kick by Carlson is good. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 28 yards.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Now he's flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. To throw again, Jackson. Flush to his right. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 32-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams. And
it's a fumble, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys have to touch the ball and carry it. They're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
From the gun, Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And he will take it on out to the 20-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 20.
Switch. Check.
The drive will commence with a run by Malone. He'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Call it a gain of 3. And it'll be 3rd down. Throwing now is Carr. And that will be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
6-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to. And if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now.
8 yards on the pickup.
On second and a couple. Jackson. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Complete to AGdaBully's. A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. Complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
That's good for a Baltimore Raven.
Here's Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. Being chased out left. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
To throw again is Jackson. Steps away to his left. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Marquise Brown with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. And Jackson throwing once more. Buying time to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So trying to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
They'll start on the ground with Melange. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
4th down.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson eluding the pressure right. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right.
23 yards the pickup there.
Baltimore Ravens.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 25, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
On the carry.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. He's at the 30. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line.
On the play at 54 yards. And the Raider first down.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
At the Ravens 16-yard line.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
3rd down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. And he's got him back within a field goal now. It's 16-13.
Ravens 16. Raiders 13. Daniel Carlson.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them,
It's a foot race. Man open left side is Brown.
Told y'all was going to be a big one. I told
And
y'all.
all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
Ravens 24.
And up 2 scores late. No clue why you do this here, but they're going to go for the onside kick.
For Baltimore.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. On play action, now Carr. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
A gain of
that one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. And the Raiders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the Raiders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
A gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and goal.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Raiders are back within a score.
Let's go, defense.
Shotgun now for Carr. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Marcus Williams. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. 20, 10, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as head play backfires in a big way.
Raiders 19. Daniel Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
Love the idea, love the the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they forced the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take it the rest of the way to the opposite end zone. That's a 2-score swing that you just gave up.
All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Jackson to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Here's Jackson. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. Going to throw right side here. Complete. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Flush to his right. That's complete to his running back, AGdaBully's. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down, eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Tanner Muse with it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Going to give this time to the tailback. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10.
At this stage, you've got to hustle, got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that time out to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Back to throw, Carr. Sliding out of the pocket. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Incomplete. Marcus Williams on the coverage.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he's on to punt for Vegas. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. That's taken on the 25. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
26 Silver.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now Jackson. And he's going to go down again. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. First throw of overtime for Carr. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is going to have the Raiders first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. It's a gain of 4 there and gives them a new set of downs. Again, it's Balaj. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. He's Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15. A huge play there in overtime. 47 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this one down near the 15. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check 26, check 26.
Now a handoff looking right. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Opening drive of overtime, and now facing a 3rd down and 6. Big play coming up.
Brings up 3rd down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the first down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Carr. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Las Vegas, it's an 11th win of the year as they'll finish the regular season at 11-5. And now they'll await the final season.